Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Bitcoin price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. I would like to mention that this video is sponsored by MEXC celebrating the 7 years with massive bonuses. You can find the link in the description below. This is an intraday video where we're gonna dive deeper a little bit to see what happened for Bitcoin, what it might happen next, and of course what is going on with this boring price action. It has been for days in this area, just a very choppy and very boring up and downs, of course, where we don't see any kind of a very clear price action. However, on the 15-minute chart, I just saw, of course, that this might be a new scenario unfolding as well, rather than just an A, B, and a C, D, and a E, which it might be finished anyway. And you would like to see higher prices, of course, and that because, of course, your wave E is toward the downside, meaning a reversal is required after an A, B, and a C, or potentially 1, 2, 3, and this is your wave 4 and a 5. However, the time is incredibly very, very big, of course, regarding this wave 2 here time. So very low possibility that we are in an impulse, but a possibility goes higher that we are in a 3 waves up, correction sideways, and then continuation for a wave C toward the upside. After an A, B, C, D, and an E, potentially running triangle, and of course continuation for higher. Now, the next scenario is of course a W. You have an X here, and you have A, B, C, D, and an E, of course, internally for a wave Y. And this is the same case anyway for a running triangle. Yeah, so basically, again, the scenario shows, of course, a move towards the upside. And what is the scenario, of course, that it shows a move towards the upside on the 1 hour chart? Again, you are looking potentially here at an A, B, and a C, of course, to finish a wave B. It can be, of course, a W, X, and a Y here, where we already, of course, it can be simply, of course, ABC to finish a wave Y, meaning this W, X, and a Y. We have here W, X, and a Y towards the upside after you finished also 3 waves towards the downside here, also as a very complex structure with a bridge in between for the X, yeah, W, X, and a Y, 3 ways down, 3 ways up. Well, this even can be a simple ABC, but we would like to see, of course, an impulse here. But currently, I don't yet see, of course, an impulse unless, of course, we see this as a wave 1. But okay, the wave 1 is existing, by the way, if this is your wave 1 as a leading diagonal, where this, of course, is another possible scenario here as a wave 1. But the problem with it is that you cannot move towards the upside after a triangle, yeah, for a wave 2. Plus, if you are looking for a wave 2, you would like at least to take, of course, the 0.38, which is not taken yet. And this scenario, of course, is a little bit far before getting really lower price action and much more clearer correction. By the way, the correction, even the sideways, is very long in time, meaning even if you are in a 1, 2 here, let's consider this is your wave 1. It can be that, of course, that your wave 2 here has reached already the perfect time and did not do any kind of reaction yet. So 0.618 is taken, and we didn't see any kind of reaction, impulsive reaction toward the upside. We saw still sideways. Therefore, this still looking, of course, like a far possibility for a wave 1. Looks like a wave A potentially, zigzag, and a wave C. Meaning, if we are looking for a target in case we move for higher, we are looking for this 1-to-1 fib level, potentially, of course, that it can hit the 96k. So that is very, very high. Therefore, you have to be very careful. Of course, very tricky price, and we need to, of course, trade safe always, guys, because the price can do any kind of movement during this very complex correction. Okay. Final scenario, as you can see, even a lot of scenarios, right, in this correction. Final scenario is an A. You possibly finished your wave A, the major wave A here, and you have a 3 ways down. You got, of course, your 3 ways up, and you're looking for a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 towards the downside as an ending diagonal for a wave C. Also a possibility still on the table, but I don't see it yet. I don't see it unfolding. We didn't get any kind of price decision yet. And higher potential after this sideways correction, since the last trend was toward the upside, meaning of course you're still looking for higher. Okay. And let's move to the 50-minute chart. Now after this wave Y that it might have finished here and taking the low, currently we possibly are looking at an impulse toward the upside 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now there was an impulse internally here, but of course, I mean, it has overshoot. It took the 1.618, but directly invalidated. And that means, of course, here we go. When you take the fib levels here for wave 3, you see the 1.27 uncommon target taken for wave 3, but direct invalidation again for this impulse. Yeah, finishing wave Y potentially, and then moving toward the upside. Internally, we see a perfect impulse toward the upside. Yep, so these are the possibilities. Now, someone on Discord asked me what are the possibility 1 to 5 to move down with the 65. Wow, the possibilities are very, very low right now. I would say 4 to move toward the downside, 6 to move toward the upside, mean 60%, 40%. But of course, to get more confirmation, you know me always, I would like to check 5 ways up, 3 ways down, and then of course we decide an entry. Normally, of course, if you want to take this strategy, which is a safer strategy, 3 ways down, continuation, taking the high, and then confirmation of a bullish scenario. That was it for Bitcoin, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.